Welcome back, hunters! I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to the Hemmeldal Expeditions for our final weekend of the series covering this reserve and that. And unlike a lot of my other weekends or that on reserves, we have a specific target in mind. Well, that's not it, but we have a specific animal target in mind that I want to try getting off of this weekend to kind of say we completed most of Hemmeldal and seen it all, and that is to try to bag ourselves a Eurasian Lynx. Now, I did a little bit of looking up to see where their spawns are. It's basically everywhere up in these slopes and more remote areas, but they are noted as a very elusive and rare animal, so they are something that you aren't going to be able to stumble onto and get an easy opportunity to. We're going to have to be careful and cautious if we're going to manage to get one. So, in order to do that, I just need to double check our loadout. We're probably not going to use a shotgun too much. I want to switch that out. We're going to definitely need the E-collar, so I think I'll actually change out the roe deer collar for that. Clothing-wise, we should be fine. And I think we should be all set up for that. Yeah, so if we can manage to get ourselves a lynx, that's going to basically complete every objective I wanted to get done on Hemmeldal. And then again, with this being the last weekend, and actually the last weekend for all of our Expedition series, first season of it, I might come back and visit another time or a later date. We're going to have the one wind-down weekend of kind of upgrading the Magpie Goose setup, showing off everything for that. We've been saving the GM for. And then we'll be moving on to The Way of the Hunter, because that's a recent release. I'm curious to see how it stacks up as a hunting game. After Hunting Simulator 2, I'm kind of hoping for something to step up, and it does seem like it has a little bit better of a rating, though I'm not sure by how much on Steam. It's one of those ones that I want to check out, and if you guys are curious about it or want to join me as I check it out, I think that'll be a nice series to put onto the channel for our weekends. But until then, we do have this first weekend to finish off with, and actually, you know what? If we're going to go sneaky stealthy, let's get the scent eliminator on already. And I think what we're going to do is we'll probably hear the lynx before we'll see one. I want to be more cautious about taking animals, and because this is going to be more of like a focused hunt for a lynx, I might even try passing up opportunities so we can really make sure we get one. Like, it is the bobcat and the lynx, I think, are possibly the only animals from the entire theHunter I haven't really gotten. Well, those and some waterfowl, but the waterfowl usually take... Either you gotta get lucky and they're on the ground, or you have to specifically build up your setups for them. So, these other animals that are just kind of more elusive, rare, hard-to-hunt ones are the only ones I don't think I've gotten. But basically, it seemed like kind of just the central western area was where they could spawn in. So what I'm going to do is just try to stay quiet and careful as I go about. Try to glass often, look around for any movement. And play the long game for trying to get them. They're not going to be in groups or anything. It's probably just going to be lone individuals all on their own. So we just have to be patient with it. And hopefully with a bit of the experience... Was not expecting that call. Well, I guess we can take a look and see what that moose is like. I mean, again, I want to be careful because with the lynx being as elusive as they are, every gunshot is probably going to make this more difficult to try and do. But I also do want to try to include some other hunting if I can while we're on the trail of one. It was somewhere up ahead, but I don't really see... I mean, I can keep going that direction. Could actually go down this little hill and up on the next so we get more visibility. And what is that right there? Okay, that's just a stump or something. We have... I think we came across the one lynx that called out. No, what's that? Oh, just tracks. Okay, yeah, don't really worry about that. If we do find the lynx tracks, we'll probably focus on that and follow them along. And, okay, these are probably just more roe deer tracks, but it doesn't hurt just to walk up here and take a little look and see. But yeah, if we do stumble across the trail of a lynx, I think we will focus on hard tracking that for a bit. See if we can just figure out where it might be. Okay, I know. See, these are just from the row that we heard before. Yeah, that's ready. That's ready. The ptarmigans, I'm going to pass on them again because... I mean, yeah, they can give you a decent amount of GM to go after, but unloading all those shotgun shells going to probably scare off anything in the area. And this is a... No, it was a little more ahead where we heard the moose call from. Yeah, see, just more road tracks. I don't know if I'll even spot... Like, the lynx are also going to be very small in size compared to anything else. They're probably about... maybe the same shoulder height as a roe deer. But because they won't have, like, the neck standing up, they'll be harder to spot their shapes. But I don't think they'll be anywhere kind of, like, open and to see. They're probably going to be more around forested spots or with trees and shelter. Just kind of feels like an area they would prefer being in. Okay, well that moose did call from somewhere around here. I should probably remember not to go tunnel visioning myself with binoculars until I see, like, movement or something that draws my eye. All I've got to do is just... Oh, actually, that might be the moose that we heard there. Yeah, it doesn't look very good for, like, score or antler spread. Although, I'm surprised about the score, though. 125 to 200 for the ranging. Oh. We also got a bear down there. Now, Danger Floof left a comment that the hitboxes on the bears are a little messy right now. Like, the lungs seem smaller than they should be, and then bears, I guess, typically don't have quite as large lungs as, like, say, ungulates do, the deer, the moose. I guess it kind of does make sense, too. The deer and the moose and that, you have to kind of have larger lung capacity just to be able to outrun your predators. Predators, meanwhile, probably don't use as much sustained energy as they would. Okay, I don't... Okay, maybe it's just the bear I saw as movement over there. I'm not sure. But yeah, see, the bear's coming in there, but I thought I saw something... You know, as long as I stay quiet, a lot of stuff is actually making itself more active and moving. So I think this is the case where not taking the shots on opportunities, so I'm going to see a lot more. But, of course, the one thing we do want to hear is probably not going to ring out for a while. But actually, one thing that I thought would be interesting for something like the Hunter series, and I know Call of the Wild does a little bit of it with, like, photograph missions, but almost like having it so that way, if you want to focus more on, like, wildlife photography or that, you could. And you could use that to gain, like, better camouflage upgrades and things like that. You won't unlock weapons, but you could get, like, better camera features and options. You can have better gear that'll allow you to, like, stay in place or approach animals more easily. Almost something like that, so it's another way to change up how you'd be out and experiencing the wilderness in this. There are a few missions for Call of the Wild where it does have you basically, like, specific photo objectives to meet, but they don't really reward anything too much, or it's not really anything that helps you progress or feels like there's a gain from doing so, aside from the small mission reward. Okay, I think I've been going about, like, sneaky long enough. So what I'm going to try to do is maybe like a loop up and around. So we'll keep going down this direction for a while. Try to listen out for anything. And then, if nothing for a little bit, we'll kind of backtrack and circle the way we came down. But this is probably where it's going to be more of a slow, methodical weekend compared to a lot of the other ones where it's just free hunts, every animal I go, or every animal kind of makes itself known, we can spot, we try taking. Here, we're going to be a little bit more strategic. Or try to be. I can't really say I will be. But yeah, it kind of feels a little surreal that, like, this is going to be the last weekend that I'll do the Expedition series on for the Hunter Classic. And this is one that's been going for quite a while now, because with doing like 10 episodes, well, at least 10 episodes every reserve, and I'm not even sure how many reserves I've gone through now through this. Timbergold, Hirschfelden, Hemmeldal, Pickbean Bay, White Rime. Oh, come on, there's probably another one. Bushrangers Run. Maybe 6 or 7 reserves I've done. 10 episodes each, 5 weeks each. It's been running for a good time, let's put it that way. We've had it on the channel for a long time. But it'll be good to kind of shake things up a little bit, try some new stuff out, and just see how we keep going. It's kind of remaining a slow but steady climb up, step by step, towards that 1,000 mark. Not there yet. Might hit it before the end of the year. It'd be nice to, but I also don't know if we will or not. See, one of the things I kind of set for myself what might have been an unrealistic goal for like how I wanted to see sort of being able to grow on YouTube was, first year I want to try to have 100 subs, second year 500, third year 1,000. I didn't think that was too far off, but perhaps it is with how like platforms change a little bit or things here or there. But if we can still hit that 1,000, I would love to do much more. I do have to look into how much that upgrade might be for like getting a more reliable internet package. The big thing is it's basically I have to step up into a fiber package, and as much as the monthly fees don't seem too bad, it's kind of like, is there going to be an installation fee? Is there going to be like a setup cost or something in there because there's not fiber? I mean, there's fiber, I think, around my area, but not to me. It's little things like that to have to add up costs with to see how much it's going to come to. But yeah, we'll first make sure we actually hit that 1,000 mark and then proceed from that. And then we are, I guess we can follow along sort of where that moose has been. I don't think that bear we saw would come back around this way, so we won't worry too much about that. I think, though, with us not really focusing on every opportunity, we're going to make a lot more ground coverage or be moving at a lot quicker pace through the map. There's not going to be as much stop, slow, stalk, and tracking like we have done before. We just got to keep going about and hope we get lucky either finding the tracks of one, or the big ticket is hearing one call out. And truthfully, I would love to hear one call out and make some noise, because with that, I could really work well with. We've got the e-collar. Areas like this have pretty good visibility. So again, even if it is slow to come in, we should be able to at least spot it. I'd love to say we'll be able to get a shot off, but I mean, first, well, kind of like how we had the almost close encounter the second or third weekend. I think it's the third weekend, because we're going out to set the tent up. But like that one that called from so close to us, but then no idea anything further or that. Like, with how close it was, I'm surprised it wasn't spooked off from us much earlier. So I don't know if I just, like, hit a magical trifecta of it didn't see us, it didn't hear us, and got super close, and then blew it, or how that worked out, but yeah, I'd like to try to just keep going about, see what we can find. And speaking of finding, what do we got here? What is this track? Moose? Reindeer? Bear? Bear. Oh. That's a very, very small circle for that bear to be. Okay, but I don't actually see any other tracks around this. I'm gonna be careful with the 7mm just in case I need to. Like, I am surprised for as tight of a ring as this is for, like, distance it might have traveled. I haven't seen any other tracks with that. And still not seeing any other tracks either. Oh. Okay, well, we got a female reindeer. Almost came right on top of us there. I thought I heard, like, one of their pops there. Well, what's interesting is that one's going that way. Oh, what are you... Is she, like, circling around us? Like, I saw the other one going back and further into the mountains, but this one... almost seems like it did a loop around us, then is going back that way. Kind of odd behavior. Yeah, see, there's... that sounds how you can kind of tell there's reindeer in the area. But again, not what we're after, so... Well, that and female, so definitely not what we're after. So we'll keep moving past them and see what else we can kind of come across. Okay, and... yeah, see, once I don't have, like, the gun blazing and ready to go after everything, the map feels a lot more alive and filled with stuff. Ooh, actually, you know what? I'm going to take a look up here. Okay, I know the road deer called from there, but it's these tracks I think are going to be where we might stumble across the lynx first. Actually... oh, no. Really? That doesn't look like bird poop to me, but maybe it is. Okay, so we found a ptarmigan patch. See, I think probably what we'll do is we'll find the tracks of a lynx first going through an area, and then we might be in for a long stalk following them. But the funny thing is, I think we're going to come across more wildlife from this weekend not hunting than we'd have seen if I were actively hunting. Like, we're not really going to... oh. Okay, that's a bear. Male or female? I can't tell. Oh, female. Now, we might have scared her off as we were coming in here. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, and reindeer just behind us, so they didn't actually get spooked off. Oh. Another bear right there. Well, this one's kind of trotting, so I don't think it's... yeah, we got a lot of stuff going off now. This kind of makes me want to really hold off on using, the two... well, either of our weapons, the 7mm or the 243, just because we have so much around us. Maybe there's a fair chance somewhere nearby there's a lynx, too. Well, what I'm going to have to go after is every time I spot one of these non-previous tracks, we'll have to go investigate. So there can be a chance that there'll be a lynx. Roe deer. It's kind of in the area with the solid circle around, but not what we're focused on or wanting to go for. I'm actually also kind of thinking maybe I should head a little bit down and to... You know what? I think I do that. I'm going to go downhill a ways. Because the encounter we had with the lynx, or like the vocalization, it wasn't quite up in these areas. It was down more with like forests and trees. So maybe our odds might be better going to an area like that. Okay, we got roe deer and bear tracks. I mean, kind of to be expected. Okay. Oh, speaking of, right up there. Oh, and right... Yeah, it's... When I'm not going for anything, they can be a bit more elusive, hard to spot or stumble across. When I'm not trying to go for them, everything's right there and in our way, in a way, almost. I'm just gonna stay quiet and keep on our way. And if I do manage to get a Eurasian Lynx, I think I am going to taxonomize it, no matter what the score is, just because it's one of those animals. I think it's rare enough to warrant it. That, and it's also going to be the first of the species I'll have gotten if we do. So that's a nice little reason to also get one taxidermized. Or taxidermy? I'm not even sure if taxidermized is actually a word. But let's just keep low on our way. Leave the bears to their business. Hopefully they'll leave me to mine. And see as we go to like more forested areas if we'll get lucky and there will be a lynx skulking around. Yeah, actually, I think this was the area that we did get the call from on our encounter coming out here. Because if I remember right, we went up from the lodge by the tower and up along here. Now, the game's not going to be everything spawns in the same locations each time or that, but I can have some optimism or hope. Of course, it can be crushed quite easily just the same, but I'd rather say I had than nothing at all. Yeah, we'll kind of stick around these areas where there's a lot of trees on the slopes. And hopefully, instead of hearing a bunch of other animals that I'm not going for, we'll get to hear the one that I am. But God, so much is trying to almost, like, taunt me into going after it instead. No, okay, we got another track here. It is all on its own. This could be something. I mean, it is something, but this might have a chance to be a lynx. Let's see. No, roe deer. Yeah, just a little roe deer track. Okay, well, I did see the tail end. Oh! Looks like we got a buggy moose and... Oh, real buggy. Okay, it actually looks like the roe deer running startled that off, too. Okay, so... that might be another good reason as to why I don't want to go spooking animals, is because they could chain react and spook others on their path out. Like the moose there was a good example. Okay, now I'm going to stand up so that we can start covering more ground a little quicker. Oh, hang on. I saw something right over there. I think it was a fox. It is a fox. I kind of forgot that they're actually on this map because we didn't see any for quite a few weekends. Okay, well, she's content to make noise like that, so I think we can just keep going this way. But yeah, with how some of the animal spawns can be, you can almost forget that a species is actually on the map, because you can go a while without spotting or seeing any sign of them. So I'm just going to stay low for a bit, because I don't want to spook her off. And again, just kind of keep this search ongoing. Oh, we got tracks from something here. Maybe reindeer? No, bear, I think. Oh, actually... Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first lynx track. Well, clue. It's not exactly footprints, no direction, but we do have droppings, so maybe it was a good idea coming down towards where they logically might hang around more. Like, I don't know if they actually have the AI to want to prefer denser forest areas, but at least we found sign of one. Now, trying to find the tracks around it might prove difficult. It's like, I'm not seeing anything popping out as, well, any tracks. There wasn't anything really leading to that one. So I don't know what, like, the distance between or away. I'll try sticking up on the higher reaches and go around this spot. But yeah, so far I'm not seeing anything else for signs. And that can be where the game can be a bit unusual sometimes, where it's almost like a single clue with nothing around it for a very long time. So it's like, how did it drop this phantom track or clue? Yeah, I want to try staying up above, because I think if I have the high ground, that'll help us looking down towards anything. And just hope we either find more tracks from it, find another lynx trail, or we hear a call come out. There's not really a point in setting down the e-collar, because I have no clue direction or anything along that line to even try watching for one. And it's not like when you use it on some deer species and that where you'll get vocalization back from calls. It's basically just going to be a lure to draw them in with silence from them. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it would work. Actually, yeah, I don't even need to be down this low, because I don't think there's anything close enough we'd be spooking off. Yeah, no, didn't see anything track-wise. It's quite possible, because my lynx tracker skill is so low, it's harder to... no. There's more distance before you'll... Or, hang on, you need to be closer to the tracks before you see them pop up or appear. And what do we got here? This could... might be from the fox, though it is a ways back. Roe deer. And I'm trying to think of what the best way to go for this would be now. Oh, jeez. Another animal we're not looking for, but we'll take a look at it. Another female? No, that's a male. Yeah, I just thought I'd take a little look around, but no signs or anything movement to... Was that a bear call? No reindeer, surprisingly enough, and actually behind us. I always thought that was the bear moment. Nope. No, that... basically going right back the way he came. Okay, maybe I'll try going up this way a bit. But yeah, I do think this has been... it has been working for, like, harvest and showing off, but even seeing, like, the animals just going about, we've probably seen more than we usually do on first weekend, or first half of the weekend. We just need to try getting a bit lucky. Oh, is that something up there, or is that just a rock? Ah, just like a stump or a rock or something. Nope. Okay, so I think we scared the bear off, but that's okay. We just need to get any sort of sign from a lynx. Like, an actual footprint, not just a droppings in the middle of nowhere. Okay, the red fox, so that's probably the one that we had seen walking off. I think I hear the ptarmigan again. Nope. And maybe there's ptarmigan right beside us, I scared. Thought I saw like a something moving up just on the left of the screen. Bear. Yeah, the lynx are definitely a difficult one when you actually want to, like, focus and target them. I don't even think we've heard more than, like, that one call from heading off to the tent. Although this might be a good area to try spawn for movement. Yes, we'll just take a quick peek, see if there's anything. And then I gotta figure out where I want to go next looking. Because there is so much ground to cover, and with how the lynx are... I don't know if I should be going back up into the mountains, try back where that forest area was, where we had the droppings. That might actually be the best thing to do, is to follow up with the droppings we found, and see if I can figure out where the trail is of it. Because maybe it's not just coincidence that we found those above where I was, in trying to make the spot, or reaching the spot for the tent. Maybe we will get lucky with that. But yeah, with this pretty nice view, we're going to end this first episode of our Hemmeldal Expeditions weekend finale here. Thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of the series. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave the comments right down below. And until I see you in the next video, hunters and survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.